fear of missing out. We're human, it's only natural to have FOMO, but we can save ourselves from stress and burnout with this trip planning principle. Less is more. So let's think about it. Do you enjoy yourself when you're exhausted? Will you savor each moment if your schedule is too packed? Probably not. Sometimes a reader will send an itinerary that they've planned, and the first thing I look for is not, are they going to the right places? It's, are they trying to do too much? I'll be honest with you, more often than not, I think most of us tend to overpack our itineraries. As tempting as it can be to see all the places, I truly believe that you'll enjoy your trip so much more if you cut back on one key factor. That's the amount of transit. Jen and I have been traveling together for many years, and the days where we transit from one place to another, whether it's by plane, train, or other vehicle, those are usually the most stressful. Not only do transit days tend to have the most opportunity for things to go wrong, they just take an increased amount of mental and physical energy. You're moving your body and your luggage from place to place, but even sitting and waiting for long periods somehow is very tiring. I've started to clarify when I talk about how much I love travel. I love being in other places, like here in Vietnam. The actual moving from place to place part of travel, that's not what it's about for me. So I want to encourage you today to make a mindset shift. This comes back to intentionally examining our values when we travel. Maybe after reflecting, you've concluded that your highest value is visiting as many places as possible. Fair enough. But I suspect that when most of us really reflect on what matters to us, it's going to be more about experiences. We're going to want quality over quantity. So we have to shift our mindset and push back on FOMO a little bit. Our FOMO brain, it's going to tell us, I only have a short amount of time. I may never come back to this destination again. I have to see and do as much as possible. I don't want to miss out on something amazing. So, okay, let's just clarify something right now though. It's not humanly possible to go to all the places. There will always be more to see. So it's kind of nonsense to worry about what we're missing. Instead, the only way to be content is to have gratitude for the experiences that we do get to have. There's this great phrase I heard that says, be where your feet are. So let's plan this into our travels. We are primarily concerned with setting ourselves up to appreciate each moment of our trip to its fullest. We're aiming to enjoy the company of anyone we might be traveling with and to be good traveling companions back for them. We want to leave time for the magic of serendipity and the people we might meet during our journey. So rather than rushing through, we want to be present to our experiences so we can truly learn and grow from them. And maybe even have the capacity to leave the communities we visit better than we found them in some small way. I'm sure you can see how less is more will be beneficial with these goals in mind. On a practical level, I want to share with you some of my personal guidelines for this kind of slower travel. First, book a home base for a week or more where you can settle in and do day trips from there. This usually has the added benefit of being more cost-effective too. When you are moving around, try to stay at least 3 nights in each place. Note that even this pace will feel unsustainable after a week or 2. Next, after the days that you spend mostly in transit, like overseas flight, give yourself a slow day without any appointments. This will help you recover, and don't feel bad if you need a nap. Allow yourself time to rest each day too. Navigating new places and making lots of new choices about what to eat, do, etc. is more tiring than you might realize, so build rest into your schedule. When I plan our itineraries, where we're staying is usually the one piece that's pre-planned, but I tend to leave the schedule of each day pretty open, especially when we're staying there for a while. I have a list of possible things to do and places to eat picked out on a map, but for the most part, we leave the schedule fairly flexible so we can adapt based on how we're feeling. I'll talk more about these strategies in future lessons, but for now, remember to avoid letting FOMO be in charge of your itinerary. Less is more. If you already have access to my trip planner workbook, you'll find the reflection questions that I recommend asking yourself before any trip. These questions will set you up for success and help you make the right decisions as you move from idea to itinerary.